And what is going on, everyone? What's up? And welcome back to another episode of Ryan's Guides. And this video today is just talking about what you should do 6 weeks in. So anytime I start a plan, whether it's a 6 week, whether it's a 12 week or a 16 week, about halfway through or just 6 weeks, I will readjust myself. I'll go over exactly what it is I've done in the last 6 weeks. And I'll say to myself, what is it I can do better? Did I put my best into that last 6 weeks, or was I not concentrating my diet enough, or was my training slacking? Did I miss a few workouts? So this is why I keep a journal. So this is one of your most important things when you're weight training or doing anything. If you can just keep a journal and you write it down, you will just have it written down in front of you. You'll know what you done 5 weeks ago. Okay, it feels like it was only last week I put up the first video, but 6 weeks have passed now. You're going into your 6th week, and that is what is important. Being able to look back and see, have you been training correctly? Have you been hitting all your reps, all your sets? Have you increased your weight slightly? Because you should be, and you want to actually build muscle. You need to actually get a little bit stronger. When you actually build muscle, you build strength. When you build strength, you build muscle. It's the exact same. So if you see the weight going up on the bar, more than likely it's because you're adding more muscle to your body. And then if you see the weight dropping on the scales, all of a sudden you're losing weight. So that is why it is so important to keep a journal. You want to be tracking down week 1 how much you weighed, your target weight loss for week 1, and then week 2 how much you weighed, and then did you reach your target weight loss? If not, then you have to work extra hard then the following week. So that is why I always stress keep a journal. I need to go back. I'm sticking to my roots, everyone, okay? So you need to just focus on what you know. Focus on the basics and doing them right. Sleep, eat, train. That's what you need to do. I'm not saying train 24 hours a day. Give 30 minutes to an hour of just you in the gym, you working out, and just focus on that workout, hitting every rep, hitting every set, trying to increase your weight. If you're doing treadmill work, make sure you're doing high intensity, low intensity, doing a little HIIT style. Make sure you're working hard, get your heart rate up. You don't want to be just going into the gym, going through the motions, talking to someone for half an hour and then leaving. That is why if you keep a journal, you will have it written down here. You'll write down your goals for next week, and then you have something to chase for. So 6 weeks in, I want everyone to look back at the last 6 weeks. I want you to get a journal. If you don't have a journal, go get one. I want you to write down exactly what it is you have achieved in the last 6 weeks. Okay, I want you to set yourself a solid foundation. Stop concentrating on other things. Focus on training, okay, 3 to 4, 5 times a week. Focus on getting your diet right. So eating your fruits and vegetables, eating your whole grain pastas, your rices, your stuff, and having a good source of protein with every single meal. Okay, so go back, use the diet modifications that I put in the first 2 videos. Start tracking your protein. If you haven't been, if you tracked it for a day and then you gave up, do that again. You know yourself where you were going wrong. That is why when you actually write it down in one of these books, you can then go back and say, okay, well, on week 1 I did not do anything with my training. On week 2 my training stepped up. On week 3 I didn't track my food. So when you actually have it written down in front of you and you go and you look back and you say, oh well, that's the reason why I wasn't working. That's the reason why I'm still the same way I am. You need to have these to look back on. It's just a learning curve. You have to fail a few times to actually learn. So once you learn, then you have it with you for life. So once you kind of learn to track everything, once you kind of learn to always be progressing, every time you come into that spin class or every time you come into that gym, you're trying to work that little bit harder, that will stay with you then for life. Once you teach yourself how to do that, that's with you then for life. It doesn't disappear. Even mentally, it doesn't disappear. So don't think that you're going to have to drive yourself to the gym every day, because when the scales starts coming down, or the weight on the scale starts coming down, you are going to get more and more motivated every single day. You are not going to want to eat the crappy foods. You're not going to want to go out for a meal. You are going to want to go to the gym and train. When you see results, that is the most addictive feeling in the whole world. When you can see your body fat come down, or when you can see your arms or your back or your legs getting bigger, or even when you see weight put on the bar, so when you get stronger, that is an addictive feeling. But until you get there, it is hard work. So focus on your mistakes. So this video is, where have you been going wrong? Look back at the last kind of 6 weeks and write down what you could have done better in the last 6 weeks, and now I want you to do that this coming 6 weeks. So the plan is going to stay the same. I will actually repost it up on the screen for you to screenshot. There's a plan for beginners, there's at-home workouts for beginners that can't make it to the gym, and then there's an upper body lower body split for like more intermediates who want to go to the gym 3 to 5 times a week. And there's a body measurement sheet to track your weight. I always recommend losing between 1 to 2 pounds per week. So aim for 1. If you get 2, happy days, but always set yourself smaller goals so they're more achievable, because over time it will lead to 20-30 pounds of a weight loss, which is a good thing. Don't think that 1 pound isn't a good thing. It is a step in the right direction. Plus a pound is the wrong direction. So when you think you aiming for 5 pounds in 1 week and you starve yourself for 4 days, you just get so hungry and you just can't deal with starving yourself anymore. Your body needs food, it needs carbs, it needs fats, but you're depriving it of it throughout the week. So come Friday, when people start finishing work, payday comes around and people are doing things and you're like, right, scrap this whole training thing isn't for me, and you just give up like that. So by having carbs, by introducing carbs, by controlling the amount of carbs you eat and the amount of fats you eat, you actually then learn to control your appetite and little things like that. And then come Friday, still go out and enjoy your meal, but don't cave and go buy 10 tubs of Ben & Jerry's ice cream like you normally would, or whatever it is you may do. Make sure you're still hitting the gym on that Friday morning, do an extra little bit of cardio, give yourself that leeway for later on in the evening, and then happy days. You can then go out and enjoy yourself, have your few carbs, your few fats, and when you come back, you know you've enjoyed yourself. Now it's time to work again Saturday morning, get your ass to the gym. So once you kind of learn your body and introduce carbs in a good way and not deprive yourself through the rest of the week, you can then use these tools to then help you keep a diary. If it's a nutrition diary, if it's a both training and nutrition, you need to look back at the last 6 weeks and see if you're making any mistakes, because that is what is important. We all make mistakes, but letting them get to us is an even bigger mistake. Mistakes are made to learn from them, okay? So don't think just because you made a mistake you have to give up. You don't. That is pretty much just today's video. So a nice little short one just for all you, just to get an idea of how to approach the next 6 weeks, okay? Because we all make mistakes, even I make mistakes, and you can't tell yourself you're never going to eat crap for the rest of your life. So once you kind of come to terms with these, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to have to learn how to eat right and still have that balance, that overall balance of enjoying your life and training. Because overall, fitness is supposed to help your life. It's not supposed to just literally be your life. It's supposed to help. You're supposed to still be able to enjoy your time with your friends, your family, etc. So when you learn how to balance that all, that's what you're aiming for. You're not aiming to be a bodybuilder. You're not aiming to stand on a stage and be at 3% body fat. You want to look good. You want to be able to enjoy your life. You want to be confident in your body, and that's what's important. Give 100% to one thing and nothing to the other, because okay, you might become a 3% bodybuilder, but then there's no one else there. So for argument's sake, you have no friends now to go out and enjoy your meal with when you're at 3%. So learn that overall balance and learn how to juggle life and fitness together. So pretty much that is it for me, everyone, and until the next video, which I don't know when will be, but until the next video, please make sure if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, leave me a comment. Also, my emails, my Snapchat, my Instagram, Facebook are all in the description box below, so be sure to check them out and follow me on all of them. And yeah, until I see you again, stay safe everyone and enjoy.